Hello, I'm Jenny Pelling, the Director of Apprenticeship Development and Diversity, and in this session we're talking briefly with Ross McWilliam from Mindset Pro, who's a published author, expert speaker and a specialist in mental health. Ross, hello.
Thank you, Jenny.
And what we're talking about briefly today are how apprentices, when they're starting their career journey, can really get into the mindset of how to be a model apprentice, what they should ideally be doing at the outset. What do you think?
Yeah, there's different ways to approach this, different pathways, but I always start off with the basics. Know the policies and procedures, know the rules of engagement, what's the mission statement, the company objectives. If you've got those in play, you know the rules. And once when I was doing some teaching, I was working with some people. I didn't know the background reports in them, and it led me down a dangerous path. And now, if I was doing the same job, I look at the policies, procedures, and so forth. So get the rules straight away.
And what else then in terms of, the skills if somebody's not sure about the aspect of their role?
Yeah, so that's quite generic rules. Specifically, speak to your line manager and get some clarity on your role if you're not sure, your roles and responsibilities. Once you've got that communication going, you're on the same page, there's a better chance that you're going to make progress. And I think that's really important to remember that. In terms of particular skills, for me, it is always about being organized. And when you're organized, you're on time or ahead of time. I have a silly statement: you can't be too early for things, and I try to run by that. Look at the company culture and policy in terms of how people dress. Um, we get 7 seconds to make a first impression, and I think that's really important. So how you look, how you act, how you respond to things is very important. And if you are organized and you're on time and reliable, crucially, you'll probably have more time, more capacity to help others out, because it's not all about you. If you can then facilitate change and support other people, that's seen as a very good asset in somebody.
Yeah, and so much of the apprenticeships, so many of the apprenticeship standards have team working as part of them as well. So apprentices will find that links nicely with what they're doing in their apprenticeship standard anyway.
Yeah, there's other things as well. If I was going back many, many years ago when I was, apprentice style, I would look at, trying to be a custodian of the area, the knowledge within your company and with other companies within the industry. Find the benchmarks and understand that, and upgrade yourself with that knowledge. Be really keen to sort of keep abreast of things. And I think that's really important. You've got to be the owner of that. You can't let everybody just give it to you. They will do, but you've got to be proactive. And good apprentices are proactive as well as receptive and taking things on board. You've got to offer things and look to that independence, that leadership aspect of it at some point. Start those seeds growing early. And I was reading some stuff recently about how we deal with challenges in life. Some people call them problems, I call them challenges. And there was a program on TV with Ben Fogle who was interviewing an ex-snowboarder, international snowboarder called Mike Bassich, who stopped snowboarding at 27 and went to live in the mountains. And you can imagine the mountains in America, it's cold, there's problems everywhere. And he had to fix things daily. And what he said is fall in love with the problem. Don't try and get through it to the next thing. Spend time with it, get to know it, get to love it. And that viewpoint from Mike Bassage is echoed by a guy called Ewan Levine, who was a co-founder of Waze Navigation. And he said, love, love, and love the problem again, and you'll get success.
Really, really good advice for somebody starting out, that we will face things along the way. And if we fall in love with the problem, that's a better mindset for us for dealing with them. And back to your point finally on knowledge, looking for opportunities to apply that knowledge in the workplace and being proactive with your line manager and others, discussions with the talent coach about how you can get wider opportunities to develop as well. So we wish everybody the very best of luck if this is the first one you're watching with us, and we'll speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.